So I got it right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this session of the readings by Nephara, Blue Lotus. I'm glad y'all joined me today. I can see y'all. I can see y'all in the chat. I'm using my front-facing camera right now, so I can see your comments. We got a card already popping out, y'all. We're not even gonna worry about that right now. But thank you guys for tuning in. And let's see what kinds of messages we got out here today. Boom, 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 boom. I know I shuffled for a long time, but we're going to see what's going to get it popping. We got a lot of people joining us right now. All right. Okay. So one of the energies we got today was the moon. We get the moon a lot in general readings. A lot of times when there's lunar energies influencing us with our subconscious, anything that's coming up in our dreams, anything that's coming up in our reality that seems like cloudy or foggy or confused, or situations where we have to use our intuition and we can't really rely on all the information that's coming in from reality itself, because reality is not finite. Sometimes you have to look at what's going on in between the lines. And so when I look at the moon, that's what I'm reminded of. Like, I'm reminded of having to use that intuition to kind of like reveal those things that are between the lines. Not everything's spelled out all the time, y'all. Sometimes in life, it's going to require you to make decisions based on what you feel is the answer on the inside. So no matter how many tarot readers you go to see, no matter who you talk to, no matter what you try to get revealed to you by looking for information from the outside, during this time of the moon, that's the time where you have to go within and really rely on what's within you for your answers. Because sometimes that's just what you have to do spiritually in order to get the real answers and get to the truth that you need. And reality doesn't always tell the whole story anyway, you know. Well, we have movement too. We have movement in our last reading. And so this is some very high energy coming in. It's high energy. And what happens is when we have this energy of movement, that's fast moving energy that's coming in. So we've been getting this energy for a while. So that's major shifts that's happening. So a lot of y'all, if y'all have been feeling stagnant in certain areas as far as energy, and I know I think we're starting to feel the energies pick back up. So if y'all are working on projects and y'all came to a dead end on them, or you guys were working on something, that energy of movement or the chariot is letting you know that energy is being unblocked. That energy is now moving forward, and it is because of you that is happening. Something, you move the obstacles from out of your own way so that energy can become unblocked. So we have a good combination of cards here coming up. Let's see if we can get one more. We have all major arcanas coming out right now. That's great. We have contemplation. Okay, that's also known as the Hermit card. During that moon time, it's funny because Chang'o, this goddess, she lives on the moon. She is the one who goes within and contemplates on her own divinity and meditates by herself. Now, with the moon and contemplation, there has been movement. While you're going within and while you're using your intuition and practicing using your intuition and trusting what's within yourself, you have been able to remove some of these inner blocks that have been going on with your own energy. And it's causing that energy to speed up. So get ready, y'all. Get ready. Going within is not an easy thing because you have to start to, you can no longer blame things that are outside of you for your situations and problems. It's a time where you have to kind of turn the mirror on yourself. And while you're doing that, you'll find that a lot of your obstacles will be removed, because a lot of obstacles that we come across are within us, you know. That's a really good combination of cards right now. I'm going to look for we're going to look through some other things here with my other deck. Okay. Let's see what comes up. Okay, we got one card here. So what is the messages that's coming out with what we're dealing with here? Because some of us have these blocks that we have successfully been able to move out of our way that are within us. Oh snap! All the cards just popped out at once. I just got a couple of them, so I'm just going to take these two that we have. Some of these that we have. Okay. All right, so we have a few cards out here. We're going to go through them. Hey, Melinda, I see you. All right, so one of the cards that I want to bring attention to, we're going to start with we have a lot of minor arcana coming out. So we're going to look at these air energies right here. And what I have here is the Two of Swords and the Four of Swords, okay? So there have been some decisions we don't feel like we have been able to make a real change with, or we're trying to stop some of this forward movement that's happening with some of the decisions that we have to make. Now with the Two of Swords, that's just not making a decision at all. And in a time where we're in that time of the moon and we're really trying to think about what directions that we're going in, it's easy to sit in this space and sit with that peace of mind. Peace of mind and meditation is a really good space to be in because it allows you to really let those things flow. And for you, it requires for you to really clear your mind of all the bullshit that's in there and start to allow. That's why this movement card is here, because we're in a space of allowance, not letting the things in our mind, our belief patterns, and our ways of thinking dull our possibilities or diminish the possibilities that we have before us. With this Two of Swords, sometimes it seems like we can't make a decision because we don't have enough information. And trust me, with this Moon card, you're not going to have everything spelled out to you. You know, the only way you're going to have things spelled out to you is if you do this contemplation, you do this hermit. You know, you do the inner work that's necessary in order to reveal the information that is needed for you. And the information is in your subconscious and in the unconscious. You have to have knowledge of self. You have to have knowledge of your spiritual self in order to really take advantage of this energy that is trying to move us forward here. The Four of Swords is that meditation. The Four of Swords is laying down that mental energy in order to rest and heal. And when you enter a state of meditation, something really great happens. You allow your awareness to become aware, so to speak, of the energies that are moving through you. And when you can feel that, there is something that happens. There is, you hold yourself in less resistance to what is trying to come to you. And see, God in the universe is always trying to bestow something to you. It's like God's always trying to give something to you all the time. So the only ways that we can hold that off is if we hold ourselves in resistance to that. And we do that with the ways that we think, the ways that we feel, the things that are bothering us at the time, the things that's bothering our mind. So it's a real benefit to learn how to enter this contemplation meditation mode, especially when we're in this time where it doesn't seem like everything is spelled out to us. We don't have all the information given to us. We don't have all the answers given to us on a silver platter. And during that time, meditation is really important. So I wanted to bring that up first of all. And I can't stress how it's important, because it is. I'm sorry, I'm trying to see who we got in here. So thank y'all again for coming and joining me for the live reading. I can see your comments. I'm using my front facing camera, but I'm on the PC and I can see your comments too. One of the things I want to bring up too is the Six of Cups. Okay, and the Six of Cups, a lot of us might be experiencing some things coming back up from the past. And that Six of Cups is that feeling of nostalgia or that feeling of emotional ties that we remember and we go back to when we want to feel happy, or we want to feel like things kind of like coming back to the way that they were. And so this is a point in time where your vibration invites a lot of things in people from the past, not only people who are in your family or maybe lovers, but also people who are in your soul group and has probably been in your soul group for many lifetimes. And though that vibration is reverberating to you too, you know what I'm saying? So with that, like some of y'all might have people coming from the past. I know Mercury retrograde brings back people from the past like no other. And sometimes this is just a refresher of karmic lessons. Don't be scared and thinking that you're repeating the same things twice. Sometimes the universe just brings something around just to see if you learn that lesson and see if you do something different. So I hope y'all got your number 2 pencils, and I hope y'all going to review, because the universe does do that shit. And it is to ensure that we make the choices that are going to continue to move us forward. Also, I feel like there's some healing with some past relationships. And so some of y'all don't feel the same way about a soulmate or some of your soul family that you did before, and time has passed, so that you guys can reconcile and let that relationship heal the way that it needs to. So that's a good thing. I have the Ten of Pentacles here. The Ten of Pentacles is a magnificent card. It's one of the most magnificent cards in the deck. I'm sorry, I'm itching my armpit. I didn't mean to do that. I forgot I was on camera. But with the Ten of Pentacles, it's crazy because we have been getting the Ten of Pentacles a lot. And I feel like something is happening to where the biggest things that we value and want in our lives are just going to show up through our hard work and dedication, because with this earth energy takes hard work and dedication. So the things that we have been putting our time and effort and energy into are starting to come up in our lives. And also I think we're starting to wake up and recognize the things that are going to be in our life for the rest of our life. I always say that when this card comes up, because to me, that's what that Ten of Pentacles represents. The things of value that we see in our lives that are going to be there, you know. A lot of things come and go, like emotions come and go, mind states come and go. But there are some things that seem to stay around, and that's what I attribute to that earth energy, that things that stay around after, you know, the storm has passed. And so with that, I think this Ten of Pentacles energy is a very positive indication that through all of this movement, having to go within, there are still some things in your life that you can value, and there are a lot of them. Just a depiction of this card and the way and how happy it looks, and what kind of things are around this person and this person surrounded with, that security is a real thing, and you can enjoy that today. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to start receiving some kind of payments or financial abundance coming in. So that Ten of Pentacles have been coming up a lot for y'all and for my readings, and I just want to let y'all know that that is also real coinage, like that's also real finances. I have this Seven of Wands here, and as far as some of the projects you guys have been working on, or things that are really important to y'all with your careers, this is a point where you kind of have to stand your ground. And so at points where we find out what we really want to do, we know what we're really fired up and passionate about, and we go and do everything that we need to in order to make it a possibility, make that dream real, you know. At some point, you're going to get people who are in things, you know, who are going to try to sway you. Like, it's going to try to bring your focus or break your focus, because, you know, we live in a world where that's what everybody wants, your focus. And that's how energy works. Like, energy, wherever your focus goes, that's where the energy goes. Like, whatever you want to flourish in your life, put your attention and focus on it, and I guarantee you that it will, you know. So with that, this person in this card has their wands with them, and they are guarding their heart, like they're guarding themselves with their wand, which is that dominant ambition, dominant focus. It is the one who is the one dominant focus that is most important to that person. And these wands, are trying to make that person, give it up. Also, this person is on higher grounds. So I want to take this back to your projects and things like that. Whatever is your dominant focus, and you always hear me say this during readings when this card comes up, whatever is your dominant focus, let that be that. Don't let things and people sway you from that. If it's not important, what you're doing is important. So don't let somebody say what you're doing is not important. People will say, well, if I'm not important to you, why don't you pay attention to me? If you have a significant other or you have people that are really trying to dissuade you from what you're doing, continue to hold your focus. If it's something is very important to you that you see is worth it and taking all the way to the end, continue to do that, because that is the fire that's in you. That passion that is ignited in you is something that only you can carry out. That's your mission, that's your quest, and can't nobody else do it for you, So with that, I wanted to have y'all understand that, because I'm seeing a pattern with these cards, and we're experiencing the forward movement. We're experiencing that reignition of our passion because we have gone within. And it doesn't seem like we have all the answers right now as to where we should go or what direction to go right now, but we can feel the push. We can feel the calling, we can feel the calling towards this 10 of Pentacles, which is that ideal space that we want to be in. With that, I think that's all the messages I have for y'all today. I've been trying to keep some of my readings kind of short because I don't want to keep y'all here all the time. But so I'm gonna use a Anubis Oracle deck, my Anubis Oracle deck, and that's one of my favorite decks because it just basically sums up everything that I say in one passage. So let's see what the Anubis Oracle has said. Ooh, we got one. We have Hathor, magic, medicine woman, integration. Okay. With this going within and with this healing and with everything that we have been doing, just prepare to really move forward in a magnificent way on your path, because all these energies that we have been encountering before has only been getting us ready for the jumping off point, to where we can really be ourselves, our full selves. And that healing that we have been doing has been prepping us for our road ahead, basically. And I want to bring attention to Hathor because she is a medicine woman. She has this cup, that has healing in it when you drink out of it. And as far as integration is concerned and magic, is concerned, integration is when you bring different parts of yourself together as one thing, as one being, And for the things that are happening with us, it is creating this forward movement. We are allowing these energies to flow within us freely and stopping that blockage of thought patterns that are resistant, energy patterns that are resistant to that. So with that, I want to read a passage from the Anubis Oracle from the book. So let's see what it says here. It says, beauty permeates the goddess of love and joy, celebration and intoxication. I think she's telling y'all to get crunk, y'all. I think she's telling y'all to get crunk with some intoxication. It says she's the cow goddess of the night sky who nourishes the milk streams forth as the Milky Way. In the lineage of the most ancient grandmother, Neith, who is sometimes depicted as a serpent who reaches inside herself to pull out all creation, an abiding sense of the benevolence of Neith is infused into Hathor, the medicine woman who integrates the light and dark into a magical blend of higher love and wisdom in her gold and silver chalice of healing. Her medicine resolves inner conflicts Anything lowly in form becomes divine and blended. She has the power to bring you the sacred marriage within, fostering unconditional love for yourself and others. When you are healed by Hathor's magic, you experience a peaceful yet powerful infusion of love. When she appears as the Lady of Beasts aspect, all of Earth's creatures feel blessed and safe in her presence and long to be close to her heart. If you have chosen this card, you have an opportunity to drink from Hathor's magical medicine chalice. As you focus on her loving presence, begin to resonate with the essence of the brew she's creating for you. A blend that includes the oppositions in your life, combined alchemically to transmute into unconditional love. Feel the healing power of love enter and flow through your being. Problematic situations, struggles, and even strained relationships can be transformed when you integrate Hathor's love. Hathor can also introduce you to your allies and animal totems. When you pull this card, it's a good time to notice who comes into your conscious awareness. You might even find that a totem appears in your outer physical surroundings over the next few days. Watch the magic so you can engage with it fully. Over the past few days, I have been having dreams of people and then they show up like the next day. So the magic with Mercury retrograde and past people coming back into your life is that time for healing and to show your unconditional love for that person. Like practicing forgiveness is a real big thing, and knowing what that means for you is that coming into wholeness and completeness for yourself, so you do not continue to give energy where it is blocked or where it is resistant. There's something within you that you can hold that frequency of love, because love is the key. It really is. To that forward movement that we've been talking about. Things that are in resistance to that movement of energy in your life and that feeling of moving forward in your life, you feel stuck because there's something in your vibration that is not matching that frequency of love. And everything that you do from those points of where you do feel stagnant is to get back to that frequency so that you can move forward again, so you can feel that energy flow through you again. And sometimes you got to go deep into the subconscious, because there's things in there, that need to come up for healing. There's shadow aspects that need to come up for healing, mother aspects, father aspects, child aspects. All of these things that are within us has to come up for healing at some point, because we're not taught that we need to heal those things. We're always taught that, whatever we're focusing on at that time or whatever we're going on for at that time is the only important thing. But we know better than that, because when you have things that come back from the past with this Six of Cups, then you're kind of forced to go within and look at some things, because you feel like there's something wrong. You feel like there's something you need to adjust. That's your soul. That's your higher self letting you know to take a look within, take a look at what's on the inside, so that you can make those adjustments and do that healing. When you do that healing work, you are enlisting the help of the universe. You are doing law of attraction work, because when you get to that, back to that energy of unconditional love, that vibration of love, then everything in your life just comes to you. Everything in your life just fucking works out. It works out like a storybook or a fairy tale. It looks like something that's too good to be true. And things work out for you through the synchronicities and things, because you're in line with that energy. You're in alignment with that energy of love. And so with that, I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. There were some good points I want you guys to really look out for people who are coming back into your awareness from the past. And if you have any strained relationships, work on forgiveness with that person. It's not necessarily you have to excuse a person's actions, and it's not necessarily that you have to continue to let them act in the way that they have acted in the past. It is just that you allow the acceptance of that person through, and you will still flow love to that person and heal the situation from your place of love and unconditional love, God's love, so that you no longer have to give negative energy to whatever situations are from the past. And you get to be in alignment with the real energy that's going to move y'all forward. You and me both, because I'm not exempt. None of us are exempt from that. Okay. Again, I hope y'all enjoyed this reading. I hope I kept it very short for y'all. And in the future, I will be doing more readings on YouTube as I kind of like, I'm making a transition from from Facebook to YouTube. So look for me on YouTube, Nephara Blue Lotus. If you do like to use YouTube, that's my handle on there. Make sure you subscribe and like and share. For personal readings, you can hit up my page on Facebook, Nephara Blue Lotus, and we can get it cracking. My turnaround for readings are pretty good for right now because I don't have that many requests at the moment. But thank you again for tuning in. I'm Josh Ari, otherwise known as Nephara Blue Lotus, and I wish y'all a great evening. Peace out.